Hey everyone, welcome back to the Michael Lofton Show on Reason and Theology. We're hearing some people saying it's fake news that the Vatican has a prayer room in the Apostolic Library for Muslim scholars to pray as they are there doing their research in the Apostolic Library. But is it fake news? Or is the fake news anybody who's saying that it's fake news? That's what I am going to answer for you definitively in this pretty brief show because it's not going to take long to put the nail in the coffin here. Next, coming up here on the Michael Lofton Show. All right. I want to remind everyone before we dive into this question, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Why is this coming up? Because, I've actually seen some people coming into my comment section over the last hour telling me, Michael, you're lying. Michael, you're spreading fake news. Is Lofton going to retract and do a follow-up video spreading fake news? People are saying that I lied and spread fake news when I was one of the first to report right here on YouTube that the Vatican has a prayer room for Muslims in the Apostolic Library. Is that fake news? No, it's not fake news. I actually showed the primary source originally in the original program. I'll show it again just to make sure we're all on the same page. But the reason this is coming up is because Father Leo from the Father Leo Show, who I tagged on this video, and I hope Father Leo has a chance to take a look at it. I've enjoyed some of his videos before. Father Leo did a video just now, and this is where it's coming from, those comments. Let me share my screen. He did a video that is titled Vatican Controversy Debunked, Muslim Prayer Room Hoax. Okay, so in the title, he has Muslim Prayer Room Hoax. So you can see why people who don't actually watch Father Leo's video, but only see the thumbnail and only see the title, you can see why they would conclude that Father Leo is saying, oh, this thing is a hoax. In reality, they didn't actually watch Father Leo's video. Because if you watch Father Leo's video, as I'll show you the clip here in a moment, Father Leo is not saying that the story is a hoax. He's very clear about that. He's saying, yeah, actually the story is true. There is a prayer room in the Vatican Apostolic Library for Muslims. The story's true. What he's saying is a hoax is a sedevacantist who was commenting on the matter and did an article on the matter. And the sedevacantist in question is Novus Ordo Watch. And Novus Ordo Watch, if you take a look at his article on it, which I don't recommend Novus Ordo Watch. I don't think he's a legitimate source. I think he is full of misinformation, in my opinion. Now, he has a little, not thumbnail, but picture here of, the Apostolic Library. And then he has a little sign that he pasted in there, Muslim Prayer Room. And all Father Leo was saying in his video is that that's fake news. There's no like sign that says Muslim prayer room. And okay, fair enough. Although I don't think anybody thought that Novus Ordo's thumbnail here was a real one and that they thought there was an actual sign. I don't know why that would be necessary to really address in a video, but Father Leo thought that that was something worth addressing. And okay, fair enough. I mean, that is fake news, but the story itself is not fake news. So for anybody out there who's saying that I've lied to people, or anybody out there that says that Father Leo is saying that the story is fake news, that itself is fake news, and they just actually haven't watched Father Leo's video. I'll show you Father Leo's clip here real quick, and then I'll show you where the actual source is that confirms it's not fake news. I'll show it again since I already showed it previously. But a lot of people don't watch material. They don't pay attention. They just see thumbnails, they see titles, and they run with it. And that's what they did, unfortunately, with Father Leo here. They just saw his title that says Muslim Prayer Room Hoax, and they ran with it and said, see, anybody who's saying that, this happened, they're engaging in fake news. And so, yeah, that's unfortunately itself fake news. So here's what Father Leo says at the very beginning. Let's watch it together. Ah, I have it going too fast. Hold on. Let's go to normal speed here. Somebody said they can't hear. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let me enable audio once more and let's try it again. Okay.
But then you get stories like this. This is from the Novus Ordo Watch, and they have an image of a Muslim praying in the Great Hall of the Vatican Museum. And Legionnaire of Christ Matthew Schneider, who is very active on social media, explains that there's no dedicated Muslim prayer room or sign, and that the image that you see on Novus Ordo Watch's website, it's fabricated.
All right, so he's actually contesting not the story, but the image of Novus Ordo, and he further clarifies that at the 9-minute mark. Watch.
Book collection contains incredibly old Qurans. Cardinal Novus Ordo news site, who is coming off of October the 8th, 2025, by the Novus Ordo Watch. They say, from popular "you can't make this stuff up" department, the Vatican Apostolic Library in the Vatican City is happy, at least upon request, to provide Muslim visitors with a prayer room so as to accommodate their practice of a false religion. And then it talks about in an interview with Reverend Giacomo Cardinale, who was made a cardinal in 1977, which was published today in the progressive Italian daily Repubblica newspaper. Followers of the false prophet Muhammad are assured that their objectively false worship is welcome in the sacred halls of Vatican Library, albeit in a separate room. The German Novus Ordo news site, which is Katholikisch, just of the Catholics, has released a report on the paywalled interview in an English translation. Here's the English translation. Even in the most important library in Christendom, Muslims do not have to give up their prayers. Quote, of course, some Muslim scholars have asked us for a room with a carpet for praying and we have given it to them, unquote, said Cardinal Giacomo, the vice prefect of the Apostolic Vatican Library, to the newspaper La Repubblica. The Vatican's book collection contains incredibly old Qurans, Cardinal continued. We are a universal library. There are Arabic, Jewish, Ethiopian collections, and unique Chinese items. And so people are up in arms about that, and I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily fake news.
Oh, you see, Father Leo says that's not necessarily fake news. So he acknowledges the story is real. He was contesting Novus Ordo's thumbnail, where it had like a little sign that said Muslim prayer room. He's saying that's fake news. Watch it. There's a little bit more.
But it is news that requires perspective. And Legionnaire of Christ Matthew Schneider, who is very active on social media, explains that there's no dedicated Muslim prayer room or sign, and that the image that you see on Novus Ordo Watch's website, it's fabricated, of course. But what I want to
so here it is, the Muslim prayer room image. That's what they're saying is fake news. Okay. Well, look, hey, Father Leo, I've really appreciated him. He's a really cool guy. I enjoy watching his show on occasion. I've really appreciated it. I think what people are getting tripped up on is the part of his show that says Muslim prayer room hoax. And you know how irresponsible people are. They don't actually watch what Father Leo is going to say in the video. They just see his text there and they then conclude, oh, that means the whole story is false. No, maybe I wouldn't have titled it that way, in the way that Father Leo did there. I don't even think I would have even done a video about the Novus Ordo's image. I don't, but if one was going to address that, I may have titled it differently, but I don't blame Father Leo. I blame more people who are careless and they don't actually watch the video to see what is said, and they don't actually look into stories, and they just kind of look at a text and run with it, and then they end up spreading fake news. That's kind of the people that I end up blaming, not certainly Father Leo. I think Father Leo's correct. And I agree with Father Leo. The story is true and accurate. What's not true is Novus Ordo's image that has a little Muslim prayer room sign. Like, I I didn't know anybody thought that that image was real. I figured that most people understand that like those kinds of images are made up and not real. But if anybody thought it was real, okay, yeah, fair news, fair enough. That would be fake news. But the story itself is not. And again, how do we know that? La Repubblica is the one that posted the initial interview with the vice prefect of the Vatican Apostolic Library, Giacomo Cardinali. As I told you on the original video, I already skipped Novus Ordo. I don't consider him a reliable source. I just went to the actual source and showed you on the original video this information. But again, a lot of people don't watch that, so let's reiterate. Let's rehearse. La Repubblica is the one that did the original interview with the vice prefect of the Vatican Apostolic Library, who confirmed that, yeah, they have a prayer room that's set apart for them whenever they're doing their research, because they have old Qurans and stuff like that. And they come there to research. And so since they do their daily prayers, the Vatican has a room for them to do that, right? That's what I initially reported. All that is true. If you want to go and pay La Repubblica, it's behind a paywall, but you can do that. You can go and read that. Or you can read, as Father Leo noted, and as I originally noted, this German website reads to you or shows you the actual quotes of what's said behind the paywall, which he read to you, and I'll read again. Of course, some Muslim scholars have asked us for a room with a carpet for praying, and we have given it to them. Okay, so the story is true. It is true. There is a room. They have that. They just don't have a sign. And I didn't know that anybody was reporting that there was a sign, but evidently some people got confused by Novus Ordo's thumbnail. So long story short, it's not fake news. The story is real. And anybody says that, if anybody's saying the story is fake news, they're engaging in fake news. And if they're trying to use Father Leo's video to say that it's fake news, they're still engaging in fake news, because I just showed you in the video, Father Leo doesn't say that it's fake news. He agrees the story is true. It's just that the title of his video, for people who didn't watch the video, may have given some people the impression that the story was fake news, because the story says Muslim prayer room hoax. So, like I said, this is a nothing burger for anybody who wants to say it's fake news. No, it's not. So for anybody who's in the comment section saying, oh, is Michael going to retract? No, I'm not going to retract, because there's nothing to retract. Everything that I said is accurate. So there's your answer. No, I'm not going to retract. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that. And hey, Father Leo, thank you so much for your video. Hope you get a chance to watch this one, and would love to have a conversation with you. I'd love to have you on the show at some point. I enjoy your content. I think you're a great person, and would be honored to have you on at some point if you're interested in doing that. Just reach out to me, reasonandtheology@gmail.com. Happy to do that. Okay, that's going to do it for now. Go and check out the video I did just earlier. Very provocative title, but something that I think you'll find interesting, and that is a video I just did on what if Satan became the Pope. Yes, this is actually a debate that has taken place historically in the church, and we talk about that debate. And so go and check out the video that I just did. I think you'll enjoy it. Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you appreciate that I deliver content that is authentic, that is not fake news. I provide the sources to you on the screen in every video. If you appreciate that, hey, let me hear from you by hitting that sub button and the like button. We'll see you later. God bless.